Billy, that's you? Billy, that's you?
First, I do care about the turtles, and I do not like straws because of that, sure.
I love a straw. I love a good straw. I love sucking on shit. Not dicks or anything. Nothing
115 10.
Nothing homosexual.
1 3
That
2019.
makes sense.
Okay. That's
right.
gonna be in the opening video. Oh. Oh my god, bro. There is no one like you. You are...
But I'm gonna fuck around and make my whole fucking album distorted, and they gonna be like that boy edgy as fuck. Yeah, fuck. TCAP 803.
Coming heavy with the weight and feel. Wonder if the hoes in Jesus' handheld. Give a fuck how a man feel. Whole world at a standstill, stigmatized. Donald Trump, they will not criticize. Still question Obama like my nigga lied. White girls used to sell my dick a ride. Out here switching sides. Costing shit to mind the window cause they living blind. And they soul not showing. I swear my flow how potent. How these hoes got open and you know Pop's joking. If he expect forgiveness, I'm wondering yourself a victim. Hell's free of heaven's prison. These are split decisions. And I think I give the misses what I give the masses. My whole all there no walls. I ain't kissing asses. The shit and I don't stop. Don't stop. She ain't bars, the enemy she won't call her. You didn't see it coming. People are screaming, running, baby like babies. Why they ain't need enough to drive horsepower. Steady punching, smoking weed, I'm blunting. Notice these is stunning. Ain't me like Jesus function. Eating knowledge, I got key consumption. Super Saiyan water, B.I. eat a peanut buzzing. Twitter family, they ugly. You can keep your cousin, most people puzzling. You want my time is about an hour and I need 100. I see your ship and see it sunken, missing me, she keep on cutting. She a keeper, love a hot box, a beamer bucket. My demon, she seen a sucker, she bring me, need me, so fucking here for long haul. Press hold to God calls.
Blam, 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 blam. Okay, did it good. Woo! First time this week.
Huh? What?
I did
Oh,
the
you're still
audio,
talking
the
about
thing.
trying to do the sound effect?
Yes, I like the sound thing at the end. I like that to be the open. I enjoy that. That's a fun thing for me.
Oh, you don't like me
Charlie,
saying?
I got to sit in the Zoom call with Nate Bargatze tonight. What?
Who's Nate Bargatze?
Nate Bargatze is...
Are you Googling him?
No.
Oh, yeah, you are.
He's an American comedian. Nathaniel, Nate, Bargatze is an American comedian and actor from Old Hickory, Tennessee. He's known for his special on Comedy Central Presents, has appeared multiple times on Late Night with Conan O'Brien and The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon. He is 41 years old. His parents are Stephen Bargatze. It doesn't say a mother.
Oh.
His TV show is The Stand-Ups. Sounds like me, minus the Tennessee part.
I mean, you're practically Diet Tennessee.
No, I'm not. But okay, I thought you would have heard. I've definitely heard of him. I'm not nearly as schooled on my comedy as I was like.
A year ago.
No, I'd
2
say
years
like
ago?
like 5 years, 6 years ago.
What? You were
5, 6
doing
years.
stand-up for a little bit.
That was 3 years ago. And
Oh, that's been that long ago?
yeah, that was
Damn.
right when I turned like the week I turned 21 was when
I'm older than you.
No, you're not.
Then I was. Compared
No.
to now, because like I'm 23 now, and you were 20 then. That's 3 years.
You're older than I was. You're
No,
older now
I'm
than
old.
I was a long time ago. Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Got you, Charlie.
He was a special guest in a mixture I was part of tonight. Fucking hilarious. Well, yeah, bro. He's Nate Bargatze. I had to look at him. I know who he is.
Wait, let me
He's
see his
hilarious.
picture.
I already.
Oh, you closed it out. Damn it.
That's him.
Let's
This is
see.
him right there.
Yeah, he looks like he's from Tennessee.
Okay. Man, he
not
looks
against-
different from one picture. From like, he looks way different.
Oh, without the
Sorry.
beard?
Yeah, because this is the Nate Bargatze I know. Hold on, let me. This stream, this is the Nate Bargatze I know, but this is the Nate Bargatze that's showing up on all the pictures now. Nate Bargatze got old.
Everybody's got a
oh
beard.
shit.
Just a really close zoom in.
Yeah.
On you. Everybody's
What's up?
getting like beards these days.
Yeah, I mean it's like the it's one of those go-to
It's
things.
the
Like
mullet
we,
of
we
the-
slowly but surely go through it as like
As a society?
yeah, because like look at the like 50s, like late 50s, early 60s. You had the like clean shaven man was like the man, like that was the thing. And then mid to late 60s,
You like the
the
brown
beard
hair.
and the long hair comes out because of the hippies and not even like if you're a hippie, but just hippies and people who kind of fought the establishment or at least fought the establishment from a like, you know, just from an ideological standpoint.
That's why they grew out the beards and stuff.
Exactly. It was almost like a who's who of like, oh, I know you. You kind of think what I think.
Yeah.
And then you know there would
It
be
was
the
like
ones who
getting a
didn't, and it
tattoo.
was just like because they thought it was comfortable. You're lucky. I have to try and rush a homework assignment I forgot about. Okay, thank.
Who said that?
Snipes did. I don't know what it means. What are you doing?
I'm looking for my charger.
Oh. Like phone charger?
Yeah, the one that I have over there sucks. I know I had another one.
I understand. I won't be talking in chat a lot. It's okay. It's okay, Flynn. Is that what I'm lucky about? I like when you talk in chat. What are you trying to say? Never mind. Do your homework. Congratulations.
This one is garbage.
But yeah, like, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not as versed now than when I was, like, hello,
What's up,
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen?
We missed you the last
I
couple
know,
days.
right?
And by the last couple days, I
yesterday.
mean last night and still the night before, but we weren't streaming, so it,
Yeah.
like, you know, it's not really our...
I'm always thinking of
I have 30
Copenhagen.
minutes. Pray for me.
I'm always thinking of Copenhagen, like as I go to bed.
I'm not gonna lie. I think about the people in this chat way more than I like thought that I would think about the people in our chat whenever we
See,
started.
that
this.
sounds creepy, because you're thinking about multiple people. I'm just thinking about the one.
No, that's
No,
not.
shut up,
That's
you
not
Copenhagen.
creepy. I think that you're creepier for that.
Creepier?
I think that's a little creepy.
Ugh.
Because I think
look,
about lots of people all
Let
the
me
time.
tell you. Let me give you some context though, so about like what I'm thinking about him. I'm like, what kind of like one-liners he gonna come up with the next
Oh
day?
yeah. Out of all of our friends, like, or out of all of our viewers, Copenhagen is the one that is most like our friend group in terms of we have a very pun-driven friend group when it comes to like the
Well,
types of jokes that people tell. Whispers of
Copenhagen-
sweet Copenhagen in your ear, yes.
But like Copenhagen doesn't really make a lot of puns. You know what I mean? I think he's only ever done.
Well,
one
yeah,
or
but that's
two?
because he has time to think them out and do his jokes in
So
chat.
what you're saying?
I
he'd
think
do
if
more
he
puns?
seems like a person that
a
person that in person
person
would do a lot of puns based on the types of jokes and the structure of his jokes that he does.
I feel like you're jumping to conclusions. Your little legs must be tired from doing. Jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. That's a good. You just did a good joke.
Thank you.
You're right. I was definitely way more into comedy when I was doing stand up, but I was
Copenhagen
way more into
character
comedy.
study.
Okay, it's like House. Gregory Copenhagen.
Imagine his or her first name is Gregory.
Me and Michael were comedy fanatic, like dorks, when we were at the house we were in before the last one, the one that burned down. When we lived over near like McDonald Green and all that.
Mhm.
That was when we got into the only internet we had was on our phones, and by our phones I meant my phone because he didn't have a phone, and
Michael?
not for a while. Like he didn't have, and even when he did, he didn't have internet or anything.
He didn't really have a phone. I can remember him not having a phone in high school.
He might have had one in the
Like
last
he had
couple
one,
years.
but it wasn't like
It wasn't like a good
it
phone.
was.
by any
It
means.
really wasn't, and like I don't think he really wanted like a
He never
crazy.
did. He didn't. He
like-
wasn't like a big phone guy.
Yeah,
He is more now because it
he
has
has
everything,
to be.
but it has all of his entertainment.
Yeah,
But
because of where he lives, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was big onto Pandora, but I never listened to music. I literally had Pandora just for comedy, and me and Michael would go to bed listening to comedy. That was like our like
routine.
like when we went to bed, we cut off all the lights, and just had the phone on the charger, and boom, shuffle and Pandora comedy, and we'd pick a radio, John Mulaney radio, Tom Segura radio. We'd pick the comedians we liked the most, and it was awesome. Like it was the greatest shit ever. Just listening to these like comedians tell their shit. Like we got to where we knew certain jokes word for word. Like we could recite the whole thing.
Do you wish you could go back to that, like that simpler time, like where you guys would just fall asleep listening? to
Oh,
comedy?
dude, yeah, more than anything. I mean, if there was a time in my life that I could go back, it would be that like 2-year, 3-year span of like the last year of middle school and the first 2 years of high school. Like that little 3-year chunk was probably the most like Stranger Things, not like
But like the
supernatural
mood as
elements.
being like a teenage boy
The,
or
like-
a teenage boy.
yeah, the youthful have friends that literally Doogie Howser friendships where like our buddy Jackson would come to our house and not even go through the front door and knock. He would come to our window, open it without like even saying anything, and just walk in and be like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" Like literally climb through the window and hang out, and that's how he got there. Like our dad would like walk in our room and like having been in the living room all day, like at the front door of the house. Which was connected to the kitchen, so he would have had to either come through the back door of the like which was connected to the kitchen, or the front door in the living room. And like he would walk in our room and Jackson would already be there, and he'd be like, "Oh hey Jack," and he's like, yeah, we're like, "Yeah, Jack's here," and we'd sit there and play Halo Reach for fucking 12, 13 hours every weekend. Like the summers of my 7 to like 10th grade years were far and away the most like out of a movie or TV show like childhood that I had, because everything else in my childhood was crazy, like in terms of like it was not normal.
Yeah.
Like when I was in elementary school, the last like 2 or 3 years of elementary school, my mom, when she got married after her and my dad broke up, she got married to a guy, and for a while we would go back and forth from our dad's house to their house because my mom moved in with him, and they lived in a cul-de-sac, and we got to be really good friends with his son, who was our stepbrother, and and all the kids in that cul-de-sac. So like that kind of felt like it, but that only lasted like a year, maybe a year and a half. So that was like very in and out. Like I don't remember any of their names. I don't remember anyone from that circle or from like that part of my life at all. Like my stepbrother's the only one I remember, and even him, it's like, you know, I haven't seen him in fucking 10 years.
Have you ever like tried to find him or reach out to him?
Not really. I mean, like, we knew him and loved him a lot, but at the same time, didn't like. I mean, it was like the kind of thing like you are around him a lot as a kid. You love him in that way. I never have reached out since because things happen. But after that, there was a long period of nothing. You know, of nothing really.
A boring time.
Or not even boring, just like
nothing happened.
Yeah, me and my brother, my sister were the only ones that we knew.
The three
like,
amigos.
I have no friends from before this town. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody, not a single human, like not a person.
I know
like,
you told me
I'm
about
the
this
oldest,
girl that you had a crush on or whatever
in elementary school. Yeah,
and I was like, bro, you should try to find her, and you're like, no.
I'm not trying to fucking pull up any ridiculous old parts of my like. Most people have friends they've known their whole life, you know? And the closest thing to a friend I've known my whole life, Sasquatch Hunter. What a
That's
great
awesome
testing.
name.
Can anyone see my chat?
Yes, we can see it.
You.
What Copenhagen?
Weird that I click on the stream only to find the shirts are still on. Not upset, just disappointed. I'm sorry.
Dilton, it's okay. One day when you log onto our Pornhub stream, like you know, we'll be able to have our shirts off and be able to fondle one another.
All that makes earlier times seem simpler is our ignorance to their complexities. Yeah, I agree, but at the same time, I didn't have anybody. You know what I mean?
Potato chip, sorry.
Like you potato chips.
But yeah,
I immediately like you, Sasquatch.
I agree with that
87.
statement as well. Both Sasquatches and Copenhagen's.
Like, I had a best friend growing up. His name's Caleb. I still know him. I haven't seen him in a couple of years. I see him every few years when I go to Columbia and visit his family with my dad, because my dad and his dad or his stepdad are have been friends forever, and his mother.
So
his mother
and his stepdad.
Yeah, but also my dad and his mother, they knew each other the whole time. But my dad's friends with all of them. We're friendly when we see each other, but it's been I've only seen him twice in fucking 12 years probably now. He has a kid, which is weird. It feels weird because, I knew him as a little kid and then stopped seeing him when we were, 13 in terms of, us being friends. Not, us being friends, we ended a friendship, but us being friends in the terms that I didn't see him again for years, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the next time I saw him was right before he got his girlfriend pregnant. Mm-hmm. And then they had a kid, and I haven't seen them. That was, 4 or 5 years. Was that 4 or 5 years? They have, a 4 or 5-year-old. Fuck me, that's weird. That's crazy.
It's weird, knowing
it's weird knowing stuff like that. That was my version of a best friend growing up, you know. And I haven't seen him since I was 13. You know what I mean?
That's how it was with my best friend. He moved away to Virginia.
Well, yeah, but you knew a lot of people. You know what I mean? You still know a bunch of people. But I wasn't
very popular.
Popular doesn't mean anything because you can still have friends. You know what I mean?
Even then, I didn't really have a lot of friends. I was very.
Well, Bethany. I mean, at the very least, I know you guys have had your ups and downs, but you've known her forever.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But so. My earliest friend that I can remember is going to be, either Savannah or Bethany. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's about as far back as anybody who's stayed consistent in my life. If you go back before that, I had another friend named Matthew. Not Matt, but Matthew. that ended up moving away to Virginia, right at the end of 8th grade. So, we hadn't talked in years. And I saw him a couple of years ago at a restaurant here in town. We were like, oh, we'll hang out or whatever, and we just never did. But, that was my best friend, pretty much from, I want to say, 3rd grade to 8th grade. I mean, and then he just was gone. So I didn't really have, anybody. And before him and before, even with him, because we weren't in the same class or anything, I kind of just, floated around and did my own thing. I wasn't, really looking to make friends either. I was just I was very into, books and reading books and stuff. So, a lot of times I would just read. I would walk and read down the halls, walk in line to
That's what I was in high school. At the, in later years of high school especially. Mm-hmm. I read a lot of books in middle school. Mm-hmm. And then I read books all through high school, but end of high school I started reading a lot because one of my teachers, I forget who it was. It's probably Ms. Dalton. somebody said you should read as much as you can in high school because if you don't do it much outside of school, you won't do it at all after school. And I was like, I have to read all the books I can. And I started reading a bunch of books. Like at lunch, like one of my lunches in one semester, I didn't have any friends. Like no one I knew had lunch with me. So I just went to the outside the gym lobby and just sat out there in a chair. Miss Mood would walk by me every day and be like, "What are you doing, Catone?" And I was like reading. She's like, "Okay." She's like, "Whatever." Like, cause she knew. Like, I had my lunch right there too. Like, I would just eat the lunch while reading, and so I would do that. But even in high school, I mean, I didn't even like I knew you. Like we've talked about this. Like I met you in 9th grade, but like I didn't really know anybody till like 11th grade. Was it awkward when you saw him again after so many years?
So it wasn't really. It was kind of awkward.
That's how it was with me.
I
and
saw
Caleb.
him in a restaurant setting, and like I sat down with him and talked with him for a little bit. You know what I mean? But I mean, like it wasn't like awkward. I mean, I follow him on Instagram. We're friends on Facebook. I'm even friends with his current like girlfriend on Facebook. We just have never really like interacted.
When you like stopped at current, like the way you said it, I was like, is he gonna say coronavirus?
No, I'm being
You
friends
sounded-
with his coronavirus.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. I was
But like we've been friends. God, I mean.
Forever.
Fucking
It's like one of those-
like 8 years old to
Yeah,
23. That's fucking a long
15
time.
years.
It's over a decade. Yeah, 15. Like it wasn't like a bad weird though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was
no.
just like it wasn't a good time to like be trying to like reconnect.
Exactly.
You know? And I think that the time, if it's gonna come, will come eventually. You know what I mean?
That's what it felt like with Caleb. When I
Yeah.
saw Caleb the couple times I've seen him, we weren't like friends anymore. Like we weren't not friends. Like we were nice to each other, but we weren't like close. You know what I mean? It wasn't the
Yeah.
same thing.
Oh.
It felt weird.
I think that this one's to you, but it's Sasquatch said break down
Yes,
the family
yeah.
dynamic more. Seems like it was extremely influential to shaping you as a person. Are you talking about? Are you like his own family dynamic? Because I
So,
know
I mean-
sometimes. Do
or
you want to
are
talk
talking
about that?
us in general? I think. I mean, yeah, I'm down. I don't care. I mean, for me, like, when I think family dynamic, I don't think just the family. I think the people in your life. You know what I mean? And for me, it's mostly my family, but also there's other people. Interesting side note: how do you keep those long locks so luscious? Daily shampoo and conditioner.
Actually, that's not the trick. So,
Yeah.
like, you don't want to
Same here.
shampoo every day because like that can really fuck up your hair.
Yeah, it's really.
So I probably like shampoo about every other day and I condition every day. Condition like is the key. And then I throw up in a bun and work for 8 hours and then I let it down.
I shampoo every like 2 or 3 days. Like whenever I'm trying to let it grow out,
See,
I don't I wash it maybe once or twice a
I've
week.
heard it's better to do it less frequently. Like you're right with shorter hair.
Yeah, if you want it to grow out fast,
Yeah.
it's like you just want that water.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like a plant. You want to water your hair, really.
Yeah.
And then like once it gets longer, if you want it to stay nice, like shorten that to every like other time you shower. Like for me, it's like I'll shampoo it every other time, and then I'll condition it every time that I wash it.
Really, you have to, because like I've gone, like I tried to do it. There was a couple days when I was living on my own. I wasn't I didn't have a job at the time, so there would be like a day or two where I wouldn't shower, and like probably like after like if you go more than I would say like 2 days, like you can really start to feel it, like your hair.
You really want to water your hair in early 2020.
But like you really feel like fucking like
You
your
find
hair
ladies
is like
like you
all
more with the
stuck.
long hair?
Yes, ladies do like me a little more with long hair. Now it's funny because there are ladies that don't, but more than half of the ladies that I meet love the long
Most Savannah's the only girl I've met that says she thinks I should keep shaving.
hair. Yeah, she's the only one that I think that I've met that likes like a clean cut and everything.
Yeah. I'm okay with keeping my hair short if like girls wanted me to keep it short. More girls I've found also like my hair long. Not like your hair long, but like what my hair gets to be long. You know, you've seen it where it's like if I spiked it up, it was like fucking 4 inches tall, like
Yeah.
stupid big like top hair.
You remember Josh spiking? Have you seen Josh like when his hair is spiked up and everything?
Yeah,
He's like a little shark.
he looks funny. He looks like a big 13-year-old.
He's a prairie sausage shark.
Yeah. All right,
Savannah,
okay,
if you
right.
don't mind me. So
A friend of
Savannah
ours.
is like a friend of ours. She's been on a couple of been on a
Barely.
couple.
She's been in the back. She's like our
been,
live
over
studio
there
audience.
on Charlie's bed. Oh, by the way, we're in the same room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
Creighton.
I know that was gonna come
Ew,
up
fuck,
eventually.
why'd you touch me? Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Corona. Carol Baskins.
Corona Baskins.
Corona Baskins. Baskin Robbins.
Goral?
Goral? Shut up, Dylan.
Thank you,
I
Groot.
love you, bro. No, what was I saying? What was I talking about?
Carol Baskins. Have
I
you
don't
heard the
even
Carol Baskins remix?
Yeah, I don't want
It's
to talk about
fucking amazing. I love it.
Mind blown. Social distancing out the window. We're like six,
Well,
five.
like, we're
6 feet
like
apart.
5-6 feet apart. Our heads are not touching.
We are
but
long
our other
people.
heads.
We are long. We have very long arms. That's why it seems so
Yeah.
effortless.
Yeah,
Our arms are probably 3.5 foot long each.
we're both completely naked under this.
Because
table.
so if you do this with your arms, it's supposed to be taller than however tall you are.
What?
Like that's how apparently that's how most, like, as long as you're somewhat proportionally correct, like not like you don't have to be like perfectly proportionate, but most people, as long as you're not like cleft foot or cleft arm or whatever, like as long as nothing's like super off, your arm length is supposed to be longer than you are tall. So if I'm 6 foot, I'm 6 foot on the nose.
yeah.
So our arms are at least like 2.5 to 3 feet long each, because they'd have to be. It's like your torso, minus your torso, so your arms. So like I'd say my
so
torso's
like
a foot
if
and
you
a half.
put your arms
So
together,
my
it's taller than you?
arms together are at least 4.5 feet long minimum, like together. So, but I would say they're closer to 3 foot.
Now, what if I put my legs, like both my legs and both my arms together? Like, what's the length of that supposed to be?
I don't know.
Is it taller
That's
than
not
me?
Definitely. If your arms are taller than you, you add
It's
your legs.
horrifying. Imagine like this monster.
Just this fucking snake of,
Yeah.
of limbs.
Yeah, coming after you.
I'm just joshing you guys.
My internet is being absolute trash garbage tonight.
Ours was too. We like clicked start streaming like 4 times before it started streaming on OBS. Shaq
Oh,
is 7-1 and
God.
has 7
I'm
weeks.
Flint. I'm so glad you mentioned Shaq. I saw Shaq's toes today.
Do you know what size shoe he wears?
No, like his toes are fucking gross. Like he's got like a toenail that grows out. It's like a hook or whatever.
Hold on,
Oh, it's awful.
I want to say he wears 24s.
24s.
What size?
I heard
shoe
someone make a
does-
joke.
Yeah, okay, 22. He wears size 22 shoes. That is bananas.
Size
You guys more of a pre-runner crowd or rock crawler? I am not a music person very much at all.
I like
So
rock.
I don't know what
I
that
don't know
is.
what pre-runner is.
I mean, we are
I'm
not
not
very.
that-
We live in a very small town.
Look, I'm more into music than he is, so I
Yes.
would get a lot more band references and stuff. Now, I'm not gonna get everything.
What kind of bullshit math is this? He's talking about trucks. Oh Jesus! See, even worse. I don't know.
I'm talking about
yeah,
trucks?
Ingrates. No, Sasquatches.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't. I don't.
you
got,
said
I don't got
you
a
said
clue.
we're not music people.
I mean, to be fair, pre-runner, crowd, and rock crawler both sound like some kind of thing you do at music
Yeah.
things. I don't know, but I don't know. Look. I stream a podcast from on Twitch.
I
in
drive
my,
a truck.
in my
It's a
basement
nice
house.
truck, too,
Yeah, like I'm very much
The
the definition of
yeah.
a fucking gremlin. Like I don't leave my room unless
He
I'm
said
going to
we-
the gym or to work.
You answered my question already.
Well, there you
So,
go.
like, the kind of truck I drive is a '99 Chevy Silverado. It's fucking badass.
And when I had it, drove a moped until it caught on fire in a house fire.
Well, it wasn't the cause of the house fire.
It was not. Probably.
The way you said that, like, it made it sound like it was.
Did I?
The way you
Until
just
it was on fire in a house fire?
Yeah.
That makes it sound like the moped
kind
started
of.
the fire?
It implies it.
I
It's
don't
all about
think
your
it does.
implication.
I think you're just saying words to say big words.
What? I know what implication means.
I'm sure you know what it means, but it
Yeah.
doesn't sound like you know what it means because I didn't implicate
You
anything.
did kind of implicate
I
it.
said it caught on fire in a house fire.
I don't know. It feels like an implication.
Silverados make good pre-runners. There you
I still don't know what a
don't know what
pre-runner
pre-runner
is.
go.
Is a pre-runner like a modification of some sort? I feel like he might be talking about racing
I don't know.
for pre-runner, and then rock collar is just like a 4x4.
Maybe. I'm not the person to talk to about vehicle things, which probably disappoints my father.
Copenhagen, you can translate for us. What is
Search
that?
Chevy pre-runners.
Oh, I got you.
Like I would,
I'm
but I
looking
don't
it up
wanna.
right now.
You know what I've been doing a lot lately that I'm very, is very therapeutic to me?
What is?
Is calling family members that I never talk to.
Oh my God, Jesus!
Like, not like I never talk to because I don't like I love them. It's just like I usually see them 3 or 4 times a year at these family functions,
Yeah.
and I super enjoy seeing them. But like I'll say like my Uncle Jason. Out of all my family, I'm probably the closest to him and my grandparents outside of my immediate brother, sister, father.
Yeah.
Outside of them, I'm probably closest to my Uncle Jason in terms of I know him the most and the best. The only other people I would think is maybe my cousin Joey.
Or me.
You're not my
I'm just
family.
kidding. Hey, will you pull up
That
a
is
picture of this
different.
real quick? I think you'll find it interesting. It's
Yeah,
like
I'm not-
so. I'm gonna describe it to stream. It's almost like a
Why
dune
would
buggy.
you? I'm about to pull it up. They're
Well,
about to
I want to.
see it.
It's like a dune buggy mixed with a truck,
Yeah, look, it's almost like boom, it's right there.
and then I assume the rock crawler one is gonna be like more of a 4x4 situation.
Pre-runners are like Baja trucks.
Yeah, yeah. So the rock crawler one kind of looks like
Tell me
the
if sounds
truck
happen.
from Trimmers. You remember the truck from Trimmers, like the very first one?
The one that the two badasses get in, like the two military
Kevin,
people.
no,
Oh,
the one
no.
that Kevin Bacon and.
I only remember the only vehicle I remember is the badass one that the lady and the guy with the elephant gun have.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like that one too. Then. Yeah.
It's been weird.
Pre-runners are like Baja trucks.
I just
Sorry,
said-
I know. I heard you say that, but seeing Copenhagen say it made me laugh.
It's quarantine definitely got me over here thinking, kill that thing, hurry! It's on the ground. Step
What
on
is
it,
it?
right there. The bug. Step on it.
Oh.
Step on it. Oh, it got away.
No, I got it.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Damn it.
And now it's too far.
You can get it.
Yeah, but
Close
I'm
to me,
barefoot.
and I damaged it. Hurry, Charlie, hurry.
Where'd it go? Wait. Where'd it go? Wind. Where'd it go? Fuck.
You got away this time.
God damn it.
So, such an
Oh, I see
industry. Thank you, Copenhagen. I pride myself on my
You
ability to kill.
fucking bitch.
Also, do you remember that? Does anybody else remember that stream where Charlie just chased around bugs while me and Matt were
It
talking?
was a good stream. Such an ineffective killer.
He was
Inefficient
like,
killer.
Charlie was like losing his shit. He was like, oh my
There were like
fucking
8 of
God.
them, bro. Somebody left the door open that day. 8 of those things got in here. You're pretty close. Pre-runners are usually at 2WD.
Two-wheel drive.
Two-wheel drive and go faster over the desert. And rock crawlers are 4x4s and drive over big rocks slowly, but both equally fun and impressive engineering. There you go. Bumper! Hello, Bumper.
So, Sasquatch, are you some kind of engineer?
Might just be a truckie, like a
Or
truck
might just
guy.
be a truck guy. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a.
See, I'm
I'm
not
not
like,
a vehicle person.
I'm not like a big vehicle person either, but I can tell you make
I
some
like-
models and stuff.
I like stupid
just,
shit.
Just looking at them.
I like driving up.
I'm really good at guessing.
I like driving through forests on dirt bikes and 4-wheelers.
Me too.
I like doing crazy shit like that, but I don't even have a driver's license. I don't drive a vehicle.
we
I
should
don't-
get a
I
four-wheeler.
hate cars. I hate driving on the road like a normal person, unless I'm on a moped. I hate normal
You
vehicles.
just hate. You
I just
hate.
hate. No, I
You should get a dune buggy. I feel like
I
you'd like
want a
it too.
street legal dune buggy. I've considered going and getting a driver's license for a dune buggy. If I got a dune buggy, I would do it just because I'd be like,
Where would we
okay, I
go?
can drive this. What?
Where were we
What do you
going?
mean we? It's mine.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's what I
will
would
you
use
drive
to
me
get around. Maybe, probably not. But
Why
I
not?
don't know. I mean, potentially.
What are you gonna do if it rains, Charlie? Who are you gonna ride with then?
And nobody gonna put some goggles on. I'm just a truck enthusiast and work on my own truck.
Ooh, nice, nice. I
Um,
like it. I dig it. What were you gonna say?
I don't remember
Dune buggy?
the dune buggy. I
What
I
an
mean,
awesome name, by the way. Dune
right?
buggy.
It's the greatest. The only
Is
thing
it
that I
Doom or Dune?
Dune
Dune,
buggy.
okay.
Dune Dune buggy.
Dune buggy.
The only thing that I didn't like about the moped was it kind of got to be a hassle if you wanted to drive a super far distance, more than 15 miles. If I wanted to go 15 miles
Was
out.
it because it was it take a long time? Or?
Yeah, it's just the first one I had, it wasn't a problem. I could go to Rock Hill on my first one, and it's if I knew how to get a place, I could go there and it wouldn't be a problem. The problem was with the second one because it was super slow. So if I wanted to go from here to the poker game, it would have been a 15-minute drive. It would take a while. It would take 15, 20 minutes just because of how slow that thing was. The other one, the first one was was like a fucking 150cc engine.
It was
on a
like
moped.
barely street legal.
Yeah, like that thing was fucking. It was a fucking motorcycle dressed up as a moped, basically. Like in terms of the insides. That thing would fly. My dad could go 85 miles an hour on it. For those who don't know, my dad's 400 pounds. like I would go on it. I pushed 102 was the most I ever made it go with me on it, which was not.
It was scary.
It not to me. See, I'm a freak though. I love that. I love that. Like I want to go skydiving so bad just so I could go stupid fast.
Mm-hmm.
But in turn, like I'm the guy that like if you give me a dirt bike, like until the cops say to stop, I'm gonna drive it around town. Like that's gonna be my mode of transportation.
Sasquatch, we talk about a little bit of everything. I mean, it's honestly, this is like, what did somebody say? This is the ADHD podcast.
Yeah, because like
we'll just go.
I mean, what did we start with? We started on fucking family shit.
Yeah, we
got semi into that, and then all it took was him mentioning pre-runners and us thinking it was rock and roll, and then him saying trucks, and then boom, like now we're there, and now we're on to me driving ridiculous
a moped
vehicles.
And like ridiculous vehicles.
Yeah, we really go from one thing to another, and sometimes we'll leave the middle of a conversation and start talking about something else and leave that conversation in the dust.
But then we'll come back to it.
Sometimes we don't.
Sometimes we don't come back to it for many podcasts.
Most of the time we don't come back to it at all.
But hold your breath and wait,
Hey boobs, hello Delta.
And we will get there.
If you ever want us to discuss something,
yeah, just bring up a topic.
Say it in chat, and if we see it and want to, we'll either talk about it.
We
or
love getting political.
No, we don't. Why do you say shit like that? I hate politics. I don't want to talk. Bro, I talked to my dad about politics for like an hour today. I don't want to talk about it.
Are you
again.
pro labiaplasty?
Labiaplasty surgery. Hey Zach.
What's that?
It's when a woman removes like parts of her
labia?
labia.
Isn't that their like how they feel things?
Yes.
Why would you move them?
It's what a lot of porn stars do, because a lot of people don't like. Excuse my French. It is not French. Excuse my grossness. They don't like that, like the fucking flappy vaginas.
Like you say, trims the hole.
Trims the old meat curtains. It's like that roast beef vagina. It's whenever you have like a real meaty vagina.
Yeah, real meaty vagina.
Yeah, it's like a very like flappy. that's what labiaplasty makes it look like the vaginas you see in porn.
Oh god, I was talking to Isaiah.
Wait. Hey boobs. There. What? Dilton. What? What do you say? Zach, I'm sorry that the one time I've seen you in my stream, you came in and it was like a weird
Copenhagen said hangs like the sleeve of a wizard.
Exactly. An exploded deli counter is the term you're looking for. There you go. Hi, Dad. Hey, Zach. I love you, dude. All good.
Oh God. Is Sasquatch gonna turn out to be like a nerd Copenhagen?
I hope so. Give me 50 Copenhagens. That's all I want. I want 50 Copenhagens in my stream. You know how fun this podcast would be if all we had was 50 Copenhagens?
I was trying to get you.
But all from like a different. Every Copenhagen was from a different state. So we had like Copenhagen, who was like
Hawaiian Copenhagen.
Yeah, like you don't know about fucking Tiki's idiot. Like who every time we were dumb about something, they like fucking yelled at us.
Copenhagen said the world isn't ready.
The world really is.
What
I was trying to get you to talk about boobs, but it went a different route.
Okay.
Just say talk about boobs.
So what's
or how do you feel about
what's
this
your
kind
opinion
of
on boob jobs? Both taking away and giving more boob.
I would rather you take away from big boobs than make boobs bigger.
Are you like tiny titties?
It's not even that I like tiny. I just like more natural, unless they're stupid big and need to be taken away. What?
Swing low, sweet chariots.
What?
It's an Office reference. Creed is like sitting in this. It's whenever Jane gets her breast implants, and like they go to Creed, and he's like, he says, "Frankly, I find it offensive. I'm all natural, baby. Swing low, sweet chariots." Charlie wasn't ready. I made water come through Charlie's.
Alright, I'm finished with my homework and I can drink with the boys. Okay, drink by yourself and have fun. What about nipple resizing? It's all the rage.
Yeah, I've heard about.
Listen, bro, look, I'm pretty much like in the stay as natural as you can. Like I'm all for tattoos and shit, but in terms of like sizing shit up,
Unless it's like a health thing. Like, 'cause
I mean,
I've-
yeah,
I've
unless
met-
it,
I've
like-
known people that like just have like enormous breasts that like it's hurting their back.
yeah, no, I don't like when they like try and enhance things to be like
Yeah, like
cooler or pretty
or-
or whatever the fuck.
I think it's like kind of
You
funny
know who I
sometimes.
respect?
Who?
Riley Reid, the porn star Riley Reid. She's all natural, and she's like very open about it, and she's hot. I think she's hot. I like her. She has little boobs. She's
Tiny titties.
tiny titties. She is a bit of a freak, but also like pretty smart.
A bit of a freak.
Freak. Yeah, she's a
Which
freak.
is a porn star.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not all porn stars are as like. She's like a porn star, on and off camera. Like she's like a porn star in normal interviews. Like
Oh.
she's like acts like a porn. Like that's who she is. She's like playing a version of her. Like she's playing a character, because her name isn't right. Her name's like Ashley.
Ashley
Something like Ashley Matthews Williams, something like that. But she is very much like a weirdo in terms of that. Charlie should get breast implants for the podcast.
Yeah.
No.
Get some
Like
balloons on your chest.
Angelina Jolie cut her titties off to avoid tit cancer. Yes.
Yeah. I've heard of that too.
Oh, excuse me.
You should get breast implants for a podcast.
No, you should do it.
Like, look, so that way.
Do you know who
like,
Jason Nash is?
No.
He is he's like a 45, 46-year-old man who is part of David Dobrik's vlog squad. Jason
Did
Nash.
he get a boob? Oh, yeah, that guy.
breast implants?
Did he get breast implants?
They're fake. They're not real breast implants. They're like fake, like makeup boobs.
Yeah.
But
What would they look like?
I'm trying to find them. Hold on. Jason Nash. Oops.
Let's see what them titties look like.
There we go. I have to be careful what I show. So
Yeah, because you
This
can't
is
really
him.
show him shirtless.
that's him. They look great, like in terms of they look real.
They blend in very well.
They
to the
blend in
skin.
very well. He got this is him. This is a 46-year-old person, and he got boobs, and that is all I'm going to show, and all I'm going to let Twitch see for 4 or 5 seconds. They look hilarious, and he's a comedian, and they did a lot. They probably got 3 or 4 vlogs worth of footage out of it.
He's a
And, It was
comedian?
very funny. Yeah, he's a comedian. He's a stand-up comic.
Was-
That's how David found him. He found him at like a stand-up show. He was
So-
like, "Hey, will you come and make videos with us?"
Does he
He's like,
do comedy? Like, does he do Netflix specials and stuff, or is he just
I
kind
don't
of
know
like
about Netflix. He does
like
stand
a
up.
low,
He goes
not
and
like a
does
low
stand-up.
level comedy, but like a medium level comedy?
He's like on his way to specials and stuff.
Yeah.
He sells out places. I mean, because of David's podcast and other things,
Yeah.
but he does a lot. All right, that's enough. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to show it for very long.
How long has he been like with David? Because you talk about David Dobrik all the time.
2 or 3 years.
2-3 years. You've heed your last half, partner.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Copenhagen. I appreciate that joke. Look, I saw a meme for that, and it was a cat wearing a cowboy hat,
Hmm.
and it was holding up the cat that is looking at the woman who's fussing at her. You know what I'm talking about?
With the ladies.
Where the
were
lady's
yelling,
like yelling and pointing at
and the
and
cat's
like,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
So it was
I
a
love
cat
that
with a
one.
cowboy hat looking
I got
at
my
that
friend.
cat going.
I got my friend a
"You heed your
Christmas
last half."
sweater with the cat as the meme of it on the sweater.
Yeah.
That was her my Christmas present to her. With tits like that,
He'll be
he'll
famous.
be famous in no time. He's already famous. He's very famous. He is. They're
mean,
not
I don't
Rio.
know
They're
who
not
it
Rio.
is.
That's like makeup.
I don't know
I'm
who
not
it is.
going to show. I'm not even going to watch it right now.
What?
Snipes sent me something. I saw.
Snipe said I sent you something in Discord.
Evie. You okay? She was like looking over there like, what the fuck's that? Like, she looked like she was squaring up on something.
Well, she was coughing and she was
Oh, was
gargling.
she? I didn't
She was
even
like
hear it.
gargling shit. She's like,
Yeah, she. I don't know, dude. I need to give her
Hello.
some. I don't know. Do they make cough medicine for dogs? Because she's been coughing a lot, and I
I
feel
don't
like
know
it's
if
not
they
all
make
the Beatles' fault anymore. What'd you say?
I don't know.
What'd you
They
just?
make
What'd you
coffee-
just say?
cough drops for dogs.
Oh, do they?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were like they make cough drops for dogs. Like the way it sounded was like you were like definitive. You were like
Their sweater
they make them.
puppets could just pull him over his top. But
Just give her some liquor. Yeah. He literally just plops them out in the first 10 seconds.
and then that's it. That's
Oh,
whole
the
show.
guy in the. Oh, hold on. Let me see.
Oh, by the way, Sasquatch.
Now I
There's
do
a
have to
dog
say
in
this.
here. That's the EV word.
My name is Brian, and these are my $100,000 boobs.
Okay. I saw that.
That's a sound bite.
That's the thing I saw. Yeah, I'm very like looking forward to getting a soundboard.
Yeah.
I might get one.
That's a
soon.
sound bite right there.
Yeah.
My name
Let
is
me double
Brian,
check.
and these
I'm
are
gonna-
my $100,000 boobs.
Amazon. Hold on. I need to double check. Sound board.
You know who we haven't seen in here in a long time that I miss?
Who?
Philly.
Yeah. Well, okay. We've been doing this later and later in the night than so we should talk about that real
Oh,
quick.
nice.
There is a potential in the future, based on Creighton's schedule, that we're not 100% sure of, but
We're not-
there's a pretty good
yeah.
chance it's going to happen, where the podcast will be much earlier in the
It's
day.
more like 50-50. It's not like a pretty good chance.
Is it more 50?
Well, it's more like 80 is not going to happen and 20 then it might happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you the way you were talking about it was like...
No. Well, I was talking about it specifically to try and do that. So, like, the thing is, we were going to try to do, like, a morning podcast tomorrow to make up for us missing one this week. But Charlie and... I think we ended up on not doing it, right? Because, like, you said you had stuff to do tomorrow or something like that. Or your sleep schedule, that's what it was.
Yeah, I've just been up since early in the morning, and, like, I'm tired.
Did we land on no for that, or...
I mean... I'll call you if I wake up somehow and am awake and ready, but I doubt it. I'm going to be up late tonight anyway because I'm watching a movie at the podcast with a friend.
And we were... Part of the reason we were talking about doing that is because I've had a couple of shakeups at work. Like the last 3 days or so. Like trying to figure out if I'm moving to another position or not. It's looking like right now I'm not. And... It's going to be weird for a little bit, probably, for me, schedule-wise. Especially because my manager's going on vacation next week. So we're trying to figure out, like, you know, do we need to adjust times for the podcast? And one of the ideas we were bouncing around is start doing some podcasts in the morning and see how that goes as far as, like, getting people in there. If we would have anybody from the night crew in there or not. And those sort of debate topics. But... for the moment being, it looks like the schedule is going to stay the same. We might get around to trying some morning podcasts eventually, like either like in a couple weeks or in a month or so, depending on how things go. But right now, things look like they're going to stay the same. Charlie has a sleep schedule of a narcoleptic crackhead.
I do. Dude, this thing looks awesome. It's got 64
What is it?
RGB pads. This is the
The-
soundboard
oh,
I'm
yeah.
looking at. It's one of them. It's one of the soundboards I'm looking at. So there's that one, and then there's this one that has less, but I don't know.
Say less, bro.
I feel like, so this one only has 16.
Creamatine will help you sleep. Creamatine will help you sleep. And you
What?
can use it in your coffee.
Do it?
Creamatine?
Ketamine.
Ketamine.
Yeah,
right.
head ass. Cream of tea.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about Krispy Kreme. I really want some Krispy Kreme. I use it
Days
on
on
my...
my horses.
You have horses, Sasquatch? What kind of
Charlie,
horses?
okay, you read that. Sleep is important, gentlemen. I agree. That's why I have a nice bed.
And mixed with some fentanyl.
Copenhagen.
He's got a point, though.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It
I think
doesn't at
it'll
all.
keep you, keep you in a good sleep.
Yeah, forever maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Look, but that's the risk you gotta
College
take, you know?
nowadays.
It's the risk you gotta take, you know?
So here's my question.
What's your...
If we were to do a podcast early, or in the day, like between 4 p.m. and like 8 p.m., like starting, how many
you're
of
talking
you
about
could still
that
make
time.
that? Huh?
Are you talking about that time? I was thinking more along the lines of... You're thinking about, like, me switching to those hours we talked about previously.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know about having.
Well, I'm just trying to get a gauge of the people that are here, like people like Copenhagen or Flint or Dilton, people that like would be
people
here.
that would be here, like, every time.
People that are
Maybe
here all
even
the time
Sasquatch,
anyway.
you know?
Or even Sasquatch. That would be a no-go for me. Yeah, I had a feeling this is like your time of day.
Yeah.
I take Adderall upon waking and ketamine 30 minutes prior to bed. Keeps my cycle pretty normal. There you go.
Cool. Well, see, there you go. Start taking Adderall and ketamine
No.
at the same time.
Oh, not at the same time. Did you read what he said?
I don't know this man's sleep habits. Maybe he's
What's
awake
wrong
for like
with
30
you?
minutes, and then he goes to bed and takes some ketamine with the Adderall.
I like being able to drink while I watch.
Look, this is what you have to drink to make it through this podcast. But look, this
I
is
don't
what you
think
should
that's
do.
true.
Get you some Adderall, crunch it up, right? And then snort it. And then get you some ketamine and inject that shit right into your heart. You see that?
Yeah. Where's my bottle? I'm gonna
What the hell was that? Was that thing?
That's the thing.
It flew right at my head.
Uh,
I watch while at work. I understand Copenhagen. His government job.
government ass
They
Copenhagen.
won't tell us
having
what it
government
is.
job. I long for the day that we all move in and we can do like 2 or
I know.
3 podcasts.
You talk about
a day.
that like literally like every
I'm
time.
so excited for the future of that if that can happen.
We just got to get through this Corona shit first, and then we'll get like where we can figure out, because fucking food is expensive as hell right now. So it's
Sucks.
disappointing.
The Minecraft server is lonely. I've been in there like 8 times in the last 2 days and no one's
I'll
on.
be down for a 6 o'clock in the morning podcast.
There's a future where that's possible. Again, it's like one of those things where, well, I think that once we get on the time, if we all moved in together, we would have a pretty set in stone schedule in terms of when we did a podcast and who was a part of it and who did certain things and blah 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 blah. You know.
We would all need like a chart where we could all put our schedules up and be like,
Like
this
that.
Yeah.
That board, not that
Yeah.
chart, because it's not a chart. But
I don't know. It kind of looks like a chart to me.
because when everything's normal, I work twice a week, you know, and that twice a week still works with the schedule we maintain.
I work
you know?
5 to 6 days a week.
You're describing what sounds like a streamer house. It's but no, it's less of a streamer house and more of like
Charlie wants to live out his dream while we all the rest of us just live and do our daily thing.
but also be on the pod. Like,
Yeah.
well, no, we'd all be part of the podcast. We all have jobs. It's just I have way less time of the week I work than you guys do. But it would be super fun because everyone that is involved wants to be involved.
Yeah.
You know, Quentin's probably the only one that wouldn't really be on the podcast that often. Because Quentin, like, I don't know, Quentin doesn't seem like he gets into the podcast part as much. He'd
He's
be
had
like
a pretty good time.
He'd
whenever
be
he's
our
come on.
Chelsea. You know what I mean? He'd be our guy, like our.
The guy in the chair.
He'd be the guy who we heard speak a lot,
Yeah.
like who had a microphone.
The hand of God.
Sure.
Yes.
He's the one that would have like look the stuff up and read the chat for. Because one thing.
Oh, what's up, Wanted?
What's up, Chris?
Chris. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
You lost it.
Creighton doesn't like that we both read from the chat the whole time. And one thing that we talked about was, I like reading the chat. I like being able to communicate with people, mainly because, you know, at this late of a podcast, if you're not interactive, what the fuck are we doing? You know what I mean? And sometimes we'll go on 20-minute tangents where we don't really look at chat, and, you know, because we're in a conversation. And that's what I like. I like that we will read the chat when we need to, and then not whenever we're having a conversation. But one thing I was looking forward to is having Quentin there, because Quentin will be the guy that
Reads
plays
chat for us.
he's like the middleman. He will be over there with, like, we'll have a chat somewhere where we can see if we want, but it'll be much more like annoying to try and look at. So what we would do is have Quentin read out certain things specifically, highlight things, you know, maybe copy paste them into a notepad so that he had them even if the chat scrolled up, and get to like talking points and like help us flow the conversation in a good way. Because sometimes we get, like we said earlier, we'll be in the middle of a conversation and then boom, read something like maybe a hot girl who could provide pretty no value, just merely exist and be eye candy. Sure, but probably not. Memory fail, we'll get them next time. Exactly. How do you two feel about boobs? I like boobs.
I like boobs.
Boobs are nice.
I've never met a bad boob,
I have.
except for my brother's boobs.
And there you go.
What was your bad boob story?
I don't talk about it.
Why not?
I don't talk about it.
What was it, sideways? Were they cross boob? Like, were they
No.
looking at each other?
Oh, no. What?
Were they off to the side? Like,
And moving on. Exactly.
Charlie, look at me. Were they like this? Were they like this? Or were they like this?
They were like that.
No! Was it your grandma's?
No. What? Fuck! Why'd you say that?
Oh, God. Charlie likes muscular girls. That's why he likes the tiny titty. He likes to see their abs. He wants a woman that can bench press him.
I don't want a woman who can bench press me.
Do you want a woman who is?
I want a woman who, like, if we got in a fight, could like if I.
Dylan said, find a new co-host. Fuck.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like Jesus, like, I would like a woman that like could beat the shit out of me if I I want a woman who can fight. You know what I mean? Like if it came down to it and like me and her got mugged. Like me and her could fuck up some robbers.
Did
you know what I mean?
You want a woman who beat the shit, who would
Yeah,
beat the
if
shit
she
out
could
of
beat
you?
the shit out of me,
That
me and
sounds
her
like
could
an
beat the shit
abusive-
out of people who tried to rob us on the street.
MMA chick.
Charlie wants a boyfriend. MMA chick. I don't know about MMA chick. Like MMA, yes, but like, nah. I
But
don't
wait,
like
you
the
would cheat
stuff.
on? You would cheat on me? I forgot. I
I'm
haven't
not
spread the
going
gay propaganda to Sasquatch. Yeah. But me and Charlie are together in a homosexual relationship. That's why
Not
we
true.
stream
It's
together.
not true.
That's why we're in the same
It's
room
not why we do
together.
that.
We have vigorous gay sex after this.
No, that's not
Every
what's gonna
night.
happen.
Every Monday
Nope.
through Thursday.
That's not what's gonna happen after this.
4 days a week.
Nope. It's
Same,
not the
same,
way. It's not the way
same
the
gay
news goes.
time,
It's not the
same
way.
gay trailer.
It's not the way the news goes.
That's the way the news goes.
And that's the way the news goes.
Thank you for confirming that we are a gay couple with me.
It's not true.
That's what
To
she
each
just
their
did.
own, I guess. Spell guess, right?
These-
You fucking chef.
he spelled yes with just one S.
I love you, Chris.
What if let's
listen,
say Charlie
bro.
likes what?
Listen, what? Charlie wants a girl named Olga. I
Olga's
mean,
not
if
a
she
bad
was
name.
nice. Look, I don't. Names aren't a thing that fuck me up very much.
What if what if there was a girl you were dating, like, and she had the same name as your sister?
That's probably the only big turnoff. Because I've met a couple Carolines, and I've only met one Caroline outside of my sister who I was like, shit, you're awesome.
Is it somebody we went to school with?
Yeah, it's her. That Caroline.
Oh.
Not like shit awesome like that. Like, she was just a very nice,
Yeah,
cool
she was
person.
very-
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I haven't met that many Carolines. I have met 3 other ones since, and they were all bitches. I
Really?
hated all of them. And I don't know if it was part of it was that was the name, and I immediately was like, I hope I don't like this person, and I was like, yeah, I don't like him. I don't know if there was like a piece of my mind wanting to hate them, and that's why I hated them, or
Sounds
if
like
they just turned
a
out to be
piece
bitches.
of your mind wanting to hate them.
Probably a little bit that, but also like I know
But
for
like,
sure
I don't
2 of them were
understand why.
also,
Your sister isn't even that bad. She's pretty cool.
Look, she's cool, but she's like annoying to me. Sweet Caroline, bum bum. Yeah, I love that song. I'm a man of God. I don't know how to unpack the news that was just dropped upon me. Wait, holes to holes, gentlemen. Let's get this rodeo underway before the neighbors fall asleep. Don't want your girlfriend to beat you up, and I'll
God,
spell
that's
things
the
right.
funniest shit Copenhagen said it in a while.
Copenhagen's had some fucking banger quotes on here.
Polls.
One of my favorite things he said was, absence makes the Creighton grow fonder. It's a pretty good, that was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I don't write down enough of the crazy shit that he says, bro. He says some amazing shit.
We need to have Matt go back and like just come through footage and timestamp all of it.
Just hold it.
Look, Matt would do it too because Matt loves us, and I love Matt. Matt is like the best.
I can't wait until a thing happens and we all have a place.
Matt is apparently like blowing up on TikTok right now. Like he has 100 and something, like, or 400 views or something like that every video he posts. Or he did like a dance or whatever, and like within a couple hours it had like 100
Caroline has
something.
a video with like hundreds of thousands of views.
Caroline?
My sister Caroline.
What-
A
what's
couple
the
of
video?
videos with thousands and thousands
Like
and thousands of
TikToks?
views. Yeah. She has one that I don't. She has one that's like 70 or 80,000 views, and then she has one that's like hundreds of thousands of views.
Jesus. Well, she's a girl though.
It's true. I just want to give you both a kiss on the cheek. Well, Dilton, you can. One day.
Which cheek? The ass cheek or the face cheek?
Either one's okay with me. Because I love you, Dylan. No. Oh, I had a Twitter video that had
Yeah.
many thousands of views. Only because Nick liked it.
What was it?
I was at the gym by myself, and Fireflies, you know, the "You Would Not Believe Your Eye," that song, and I hate that song, and I quoted it and said, when the gym's playing bangers, what else can you do? And the video starts off, and it's just like you don't see anything, and then off camera I come in like dancing like a loser, like just dumb dance moves, and then I like dance off camera, and then I dance on the camera again like a loser. and then like I posted that, and like it just in like a few hours it had like maybe 1,000 views, but then when Nick liked it, it was like it just exploded. It got like 60 or 70,000 views inside of like 2 days, and I was like, well, there's my famous Twitter video that I'll have. Like that'll be the thing I look back on in terms of like crazy amount of views.
That's kind of like we were tweeting about us going
No.
live, or like maybe one of I think
Right.
a streamer retweeted one of our YouTube videos, like a pretty famous tweeter, or not tweeter,
Ours?
Twitch streamer. Yeah, it wasn't Nick. It was somebody like a little bit less famous than him.
Tweeted out one of ours.
Yeah, or retweeted.
One of our YouTube videos, or one of our like
Either one of our
streams?
YouTube videos or one of our streams.
Like the
going live.
tweets saying we're going
See,
live.
I feel like it was a YouTube video because it popped up on my notifications as a retweet. It was, I think it was a famous Twitch streamer. I'm not
I have
really
no
sure.
idea.
It was somebody like with like I looked at their followers and they had like 1,000 plus stop followers.
Exactly, Chris. Nick liked one of it. So Chris is a chef, and he would post videos of how to properly cut veggies. You know, like cutting them like super fast and how to do it right, and they would get like 50,000. It's nuts. Like Nick liking a video will fucking skyrocket that video. Like it's ridiculous. Like it's one thing if he just likes to tweet. Like if I tweet out a tweet, I'm bound to get anywhere from like 10 to 20 likes on it, right?
Yeah.
If Nick likes it, that jumps to minimum like 40, 50, usually more like 80 to 120. Like it's like depending on what it says, you know, it's like crazy. People will just fucking, oh, he liked it, like if I'm talking about nothing and he likes it, 40 or 50. If I'm talking about him, like if I say something about him or about the stream or whatever, it'll get like 100. And like one time on the 10-year anniversary of Dark Knight, when Dark Knight came out in 2018, I did a tweet about it, and he liked it. And when he liked it, Dr. Lupo, another famous streamer, liked it. And when he liked it, FaZe Tico liked it, who's another really famous streamer. And that tweet ended up getting like thousands of likes and like hundreds and hundreds, if not close to 1,000 retweets.
What did you like tweet? What did you say?
I was talking about how I said, with all the tweets going around, let's not forget that while Heath Ledger was awesome, everyone in that movie was awesome. Between Cillian Murphy, I didn't say all their names, but between Cillian Murphy, Aaron Eckhart, Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, Christian Bale, who else is in that movie? Down to all the mobsters.
Gary
like,
Oldman?
Gary Oldman. You see, like you forget, like every cast member of them. There's not a bad casted character.
I don't think I really
Like,
don't think that there's
everyone crushes their like in another world, like in a world where Heath Ledger isn't like the all-star. Half of those roles could be considered all-star roles. Like
It's just a great all-around.
Aaron
movie.
Eckhart deserved an Oscar nomination to me for Harvey Dent. He was phenomenal in that movie. It's ridiculous how good he is in that movie. Like he's a fucking Goliath.
He didn't have
character.
to go that hard, but he went that.
He went that hard. Like he crushed it, bro. There's a really good interview where he's talking about him and Heath in the hospital scene.
Mm-hmm.
Pivotal is now following.
Oh, thank you,
What's up,
Pivotal.
Pivotal? I know Pivotal. Aaron Eckhart was doing an interview talking about his scene with the Joker in the hospital room, where like Heath Ledger was very method actor, you know, so he like to perform, like to get ready for those scenes, he would just walk around like talking as the Joker, but not like to anyone, like to himself, like just you know like just doing his little thing, and I forget what I want to say that he like as he was walking around, like when he would walk near the bed, Aaron Eckhart would just grab his arm really aggressively all of a sudden, and then it'd be like a struggle, and then he'd like get away, rip away from him, and then walk away, and then they'd keep doing that, and then he would just stare at him like menacingly, and then they did the scene. After doing that for a while, and then when it was all over, Heath Ledger's voice was like, "That's acting, bro." Like that. He was like, "That's getting into it, preparing, getting it done, being done
Now,
with
why
it."
did he grab him? Like, no, was that just...
They were staying in their character, because like you watch that scene, he's fucking furious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's getting into that fucking primal, like you just killed my girlfriend / wife. You know, like
Fiance.
like to him, and like already like a wife kind of
This
thing.
Dark Knight is a medieval movie.
Is that the medieval movie
he
with
doesn't know.
Lawrence medieval movie? The Dark Knight is the Batman, the Dark Knight movie.
Yeah,
Great
like
movie.
so, like you know, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and then
Dark Knight Rises.
It's the one with the Heath Ledger Joker. Like he's
I
a
love
pop
Philip
culture
Seymour
icon.
Hoffman. Did you guys see that the Alabama governor's mansion was burned down in protest? Damn, the fire almost took out the whole trailer park. That's fucking hilarious. I don't know what ideas. That's so funny, bro.
That's
I
a
shall
good one.
return. I love you, Chris. Oh. But that's what I tweeted something like that, and I guess that it wasn't like all the other tweets people were seeing, so it kind of made the rounds. It was a big tweet that day, and like it was on the Twitter. It was on the because Dark Knight was trending, and it was It was like one of the trending tweets. Like it was a tweet that started to
Your
trend.
tweet was
Yeah,
it?
for a few. Like it wasn't like the top one. It was like 10 or 15 down. But if you went to the trending tab, it was down there for a little while, which was cool. It was like, oh, this is cool. It felt cool.
See,
That's probably the only. I'm not like a big I don't let Twitter or anything go to my head because I don't care. Like if something gets big, cool. I don't care. It's Twitter. It's not like I see these people who like live for a tweet that gets like 1,000 likes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you putting this much effort into I
Yeah.
see people who tweet
Like they have it down to a science, like what they can.
yeah,
word
like
it
they're
and
like, if
everything.
I tweet this out, it's gonna get a blah 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 likes,
Like I get that if you're doing
Like, listen,
kind of
I-
like what we're doing, like trying to get people to see that we're doing something.
Yeah, but
why-
I don't tweet shit about the podcast other than hey, we're going live. You
Yeah.
know, like if we have a really funny clip one day, like a 10 to
something
20
like
second
that we
clip,
could
I might
do.
tweet that out.
even the anime intro was funny.
It was funny, but I'm not even I tweeted that out, but I'm not gonna try and boost any of that. Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be like, hey everybody, please blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like I'll
We're
tweet
not
if
out
I
there
have a
begging.
good. Huh?
We're not out there begging.
Well, not even begging. Like, I don't. It's one thing to viral market. If this gets to a point where I think that by doing that, we could really help our channel out, cool. I think that it's more likely that we're just going to grab stragglers that either enjoy us or hate us. And the ones that enjoy us might stick around, like the Copenhagens of the world.
And the ones that hate us will learn to
I
hate
don't
us.
keep
even
up with
more.
pop culture. You'll have to. No worries, bro.
Yeah, no worries. Like we're not gonna
Charlie
judge you for
trending
not seeing
punk.
ours.
Lord have mercy. I don't give a shit about Twitter. I have like 50. Yeah. I mean, I don't. The only reason I have as many followers as I have, honestly, is because I'm in Nick's community and
Oh,
I
man.
know a lot of people. And I follow almost as many people as follow me.
Well, you were talking about that one time when you went over to one of his things. Like people kept coming up to you and be like, "Oh, you're Charlie Boy." Like
It's
you know?
weird.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's weird. It's a weird feeling. Like I have 1,400 followers, but I follow 1,000 people. You know what I mean? Like it's like I don't. It's not like the most. That's half the reason I get as many likes as I do is that I have a lot of people that see my tweets. There's a lot of interaction with those tweets. But like that tweet, if I was ever proud of a video, it's that Dark Knight one because I was passionate about it.
Yeah.
I love The Dark Knight. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and that's one of the only flaws I have with the movie is, like, if you can even say a flaw, is that people don't give the rest of those characters credit, or the actors credit, because of Heath Ledger kind of outshining. Who's this mythical Nick character you speak of? Sounds like everything he touches turns to gold. He's a very popular Twitch streamer. He streams
Part
Call
of
of
the
Duty.
Infam. Like,
Yeah,
show him the hoodie that you got there behind you.
Yeah, this is his hoodie. MFAM stands for Mercs Fam. His name is Nick Mercs.
Charlie has a fucking. You caught him on a weird night because he's not wearing his Infam hat.
Yeah,
But,
usually I
like-
wear a lot of MFAM clothes. Today I was just in my.
Today
we were
you're
working on
very
the trailer
obscure.
again. We were putting the ramps on, so
Oh,
I
you
was
don't
like,
want to mess up your good Infam
I don't want
clothes.
to wear my MFAM stuff. If I do, I'll wear like my blue ones because they're like the like work around the house kind of
Mhm.
MFAM. They're like the baggy ones that I
Yeah.
have because I've got some that are kind of tight on me that I don't want to like stretch out because I like they feel like nice and like they like a hug.
Yeah.
And the family ones, the ones that say family. Hold on, let me grab it. Oh shit.
It's all about family, Tom.
This one. These are much baggier shirts, so I'll wear them like if I'm like doing work or whatever the fuck around the house or around the property.
That's the joke that I think got me whenever we went to go see Sonic. Was like
What?
when they're talking about like the Fast and Furious things, and Sonic goes, "It's all about family, Tom," like in a Vin Diesel voice.
Bro, that movie had no right being that entertaining. Does Nick still have the cam? The what? The forehead? Yeah, he's still like when he's playing, he goes like if he gets really into a game, he which side? He's like that, like he's like leaned up on his thing. So like there's like we have an emote here. I'll do it in chat. The Nick Merckx head glitch emote, where like that's like all you see. And lately, it's more like this. You only see like fucking. Like this. You literally see, like can't even see his eyes. Sometimes he's so focused. Sorry, I just realized I got up in the mic. That was my bad. That was probably really loud for a second.
No, it's all right.
But for them, your head ass.
No, it's all right.
Oh my god.
It's okay. They love hearing your voice.
My dude.
Oh, Philly.
Speak of the Philly.
Dude, we were talking about you earlier. I saw. Oh, by the way, I saw that you did a stream or a live video on something earlier.
Honestly, one of his defining features. Who are you talking about?
I don't. He's talking about Nick.
The head glitch thing.
Yeah.
But Phil, did Alim hit you up?
Yeah. Did you guys?
Or
connect?
not? Or no? I added that tweet, and then I saw him tweet something later that kind of made me think maybe he, talking about me and what I do. Nothing. He was saying.
We're talking about.
You were saying something about how you like that.
I missed him.
You missed that he hadn't been here in a little bit. Yeah. I have hyperhidrosis, hence why I asked about the moisture wicking properties. Wait.
What? What did we fucking miss?
Is the Nick Merch pretty good at moisture wicking? What is wicking?
They said they hated you, pee hands. That's not how you spell pee though.
Pepe
hands.
It's an emote that we don't have.
Oh.
Yeah, we're collabing. I just sent him a 20-pack of beats. There you go, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
And dude, he's a good dude, bro. That's like a good ass human being.
Mia Khalifa.
Like that's a fucking excellent guy, bro. Like he's gonna.
I can't wait to see what they come out with together.
Bro, Alim's a fucking.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch that music video your brother was in? Yeah.
Yeah. Was it
good?
I watched all of it.
I haven't seen it.
It's pretty good. I mean, I'm not a fan of Patrick. I like Patrick, but I like Alim's stuff a lot more. Just I don't. Again, Patrick's stuff sounds good. Like objectively, like I can tell that it's not like good and people like it. It's just not my kind of thing, as much. Like I like Patrick. I haven't met him, but I've heard nothing but the best shit about him through Mike and Alim. Like they love him, and everyone in that group loves him. Michael, my brother.
Oh, I was about to say.
But everyone in that group, they love Pat. They say Pat's like a fucking, he sees the big picture in terms of like filming and getting a whole project together.
Yeah, he's
What
more...
is moisture wicking, Charlie? I don't know what it is.
I really don't know what it is either. But so Pat strikes me as a more of a producer than
Patrick
Patrick strikes me as more like a producer because I see him produce a lot more shit than Alim. But maybe it's just because I'm friends with Pat.
I don't know enough about either about the process to know what's what. And
me neither. But I see Pat turn out a lot more shit, but I don't know. I'm not friends with Alim on Snapchat, so I don't know for sure. But I'm friends with Pat, and it seems like every day I'm getting an update from him. You know what I mean about whatever he's working on, and I never really respond, but I always kind of skim through whatever he's working on.
Alim's a fucking freestyle.
Oh yeah,
fiend.
Dude, he's fucking got it.
You give him a beat and he'll go nuts. He'll just boom, on the spot.
Yeah.
I have a clip of him. I don't think it's on this. I think it's on that computer. I have 4 or 5 recordings where he just said, pick a beat online, find a beat, play it. I was like, okay. And then I did, and he just goes nuts. And it's like, what the fuck? And whenever we had this mic, he really liked that he could hear himself, not the way we have it hooked up, but the other way that I showed you, where you can hook it up and hear yourself through it.
Yeah.
He loves that shit. That's his favorite thing. And he was like, dude, this is fucking sick. And I was like, just go, bro. Just
so he was here?
Not here at the other house. I've had this mic for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
3 years. Okay, so engineering is just doing the vocals and tweaking what the rapper does or artist. Producers make the beats and control all the sound aspects. There you go. Yeah, bro, learn how to do all of it. Not you know, the rapping unless you end up wanting to do that shit. But anything you can learn how to do, you know, engineering, producing, like online, like with your tools, like, you know, bro, I'm telling you, you have something we don't have. No one has. Like, not a lot of people have what you have, bro. You're a fucking prodigy. Like, you just hear it and see it in your head before everyone else does. You get it out so quickly and it sounds so good. Moisture wicking. It's a property that certain fabrics feature that draw sweat from your skin in order to keep your skin dry.
So are you saying you have a sweating problem, Sasquatch? And like Mia Khalifa also has the same sweating problem?
Hold on. It's a property that certain fabrics feature that draw sweat from your skin in order to keep your skin dry. University of Phoenix online graduate over here. So, hold on.
Oh god, that was a good one.
Flint said, I wonder what Danny DeVito is doing right now. I agree. Yes, hyperhidrosis is overactive sweat glands.
Oh, okay.
Is it to
I've
keep
heard
you-
of it before. I was
is it-
fucking reading it like.
Is it bad?
Yeah.
Is it like bad if the sweat stays on you, or is it just like it makes it less like
No, I think he
embarrassing
just
looking?
sweats a lot.
I know. I'm saying, is it bad if you want the shirt to soak the sweat up? Is what you're saying? Is that just like a visual thing that or is it like a
It's probably a comfort thing too.
That's what. Yeah, I was trying to think of a way to say it. What's y'all's YouTube? I have to subscribe.
It's a holy fucking.
Is there a command?
Flint said, "No wonder her
There you go.
videos look so fucking good."
That's funny. I gotta pee.
Wait,
I'll be
so
right
what's
back.
the YouTube?
Talk to
for?
chat.
Wait, you're not gonna put somebody in the call?
I just gotta pee.
Oh,
We go for-
yeah, we only did it when you were taking a shit.
We go
That would
for
be,
40 seconds.
it would be awesome if, like, Sasquatch got in the call and we could talk to him. The amount of sweat can be embarrassing. See, I've heard it, look, so I wasn't, like, fully paying attention to what you were saying, but yeah, like, you're right. I know what you're talking about now. I am being a bad co-host. But, like, you're right. I know what you're talking about. I've heard of that shit before. But, so, like, is that, like, a thing you developed over time, or can you just be born with that? Because the only thing I really know about it, it's like what you're talking about, is that it makes you sweat a lot, and then it's, like, more of a visual / comfort thing, and it can look embarrassing and stuff. Yes, Flint, thank you. We should have done a call. Wait, I wonder if I could do no, I don't know how to do it. Fuck! Damn it! See, this is why I wish Charlie would show me how to do shit. But anyways, how's everybody's night going tonight? Oh! No, I can't show stream. So, I'll tell you guys about it. I, found a box cutter knife that looks just like my box cutter knife, except the handle is a little bit more faded. And it looks a little older, maybe. But it's fucking awesome. Like, it's a twin box cutter knife, basically. And now I have two box cutter knives that look like the same box cutter knife. So it's fucking amazing. Like, look at this.
What a weird thing to walk. I see.
That's cool. I found this one
Where?
at work.
Oh my god. Someone else's.
No, it wasn't anybody we work with, because they would come looking for it. So it's mine now. I just subscribed.
Just click shit and see how it goes. You know, it's fucking okay. I just subscribed. See if y'all got it. Let's see.
Sit in the chair while you have the chance. Oh, well, Kristen.
There you go.
Yep. Creighton's got weapons, y'all. I've had weapons, though, for a long time.
I have lots of weapons in this room.
Yeah.
There's a gun on my desk that I will not show stream because that is not allowed, and I'm lying. Jokes, just jokes.
There's a gun on my desk right now.
I got a gun right here.
I watched that episode of King of the Hill because I'm watching it right now. And it was the episode where Bobby is just really fucking good at shooting, and, like, Hank sucks.
That sounds about right. I don't know anything about it.
And,
What kind of gun is it? I don't know.
you
I don't know
what
the
kind
names
gun
of
he
any of my weapons. I just have them.
He just has weapons. A lot of them are BB guns, though, right? Like, they're... So you got, like...
a lot of them look real but are fake. I mean, can I show this if it's not real?
I wouldn't. Just because,
Right.
like, you don't know.
Just in case.
And we don't want to get... So, apparently...
Like
Did
so
you
they're
see
all
that?
they're all metal and sound very like hold on. I'll make the sound.
Did you see that? like where
So that's what it sounds like. What?
You see that where it's like some of our content, like you couldn't watch it on stream, or you couldn't watch parts of like streams after they went up because we played like YouTube videos in them.
Yeah.
Because Kristen was showing me that the other day, and I was like, oh, that's wild. I figured you already knew, but we hadn't talked about it, so I didn't know if you knew or not.
Well, most of the time people aren't watching the VOD; they're watching the YouTube now. If they're watching anything afterwards,
Yeah.
you know.
Which we got copyright stricken.
You can't show guns on Twitch. I watched a guy who shoots at the range daily. I think that's a little different though. I don't know. There are weird rules. I'm not 100%. I know at a certain point you couldn't have weapons, and I just don't know if they've changed that or not.
We should really look at the policy.
I think it's based on the what's it called, the playlist you're in. So like I'm in the podcast playlist. Get a Gen 5 Glock 19 mouse with a Tricon armor and a Surefire 300 Ultra. Well, there you go. Glocks are boring. Well, there you double go. I don't know. I'm not a very big gun guy. I've only got a couple real ones, and they're really just because like
safety.
I live in a room. Yeah, I live in a room that has one entry that has no lock. So it's like my roommate gave it to me as a just in case
Protection.
You see that dumbass who desk popped like a month ago? I did. It was so funny.
Who desk popped?
Epic, what's up, bro?
What's up, Epic?
I haven't seen you in a minute.
Wait, so who desk popped?
There's like a Twitch streamer or something.
What's desk
I think.
pop
Or,
mean? Like they blew the gun in there while they're sitting at the desk?
yeah, they like shot it up the ceiling or something.
By accident?
Yeah, I don't know if it was a streamer. I think it was just a video on YouTube, but it might have been a streamer.
That's like what we talked about. What we talked about with what's his name, Tiger King, the guy that like shot himself on Tiger King.
That's not what that is.
No,
That's
I know it's
different.
not. I know it's a little different, but it's.
You've never seen the other guys with Will Ferrell? He desk pops.
Yeah.
That's a desk pop.
Oh, is that why he gets the wooden gun?
Yeah, that's why they call it a desk pop. That's why that's like where it comes from.
Oh, okay. See, it's been forever since I watched that
bro.
movie, but I still know it. You know what I mean? I know it. It's still on Netflix,
I know they are reliable, but they're boring.
And Marky Mark.
Yes, that's a great movie.
I was talking to somebody that they didn't know who Mark Wahlberg was. I think it was.
You shot me. I'm Derek Jeter. You dick. The guy was drunk and thought wasn't.
Thought it wasn't.
Flint, stop drinking, bro.
Flint. I feel like his lack of typing isn't from him drinking, because
the gun. The gun was drunk, and the guy wasn't and thought. Fuck. The guy was drunk and thought the gun wasn't loaded.
That's what he's trying to say.
I think that's what he's trying to say.
Say.
One shot Jeter, the other shot in office.
That's a good synopsis.
He said, "No, that's a quote from the movie." He goes, "Gators bitches better be wearing jimmies." Will Ferrell plays like he became a forensic accountant for Law and Order because he wanted to get away from his past where he was a pimp in college. Was Mark Wahlberg in the Dark Knight movie also? No.
No, but he's been in a couple of other really good movies.
It's helping you become a better streamer. Oh my god, I forgot one work. It's helping you... What? Ah! Whose baby is that? Who did that to you? Bro, we can't sit here and quote that movie the whole night.
Why not?
I'll do it. That's all I'll do. I'll quote the whole movie.
Quote, what's his name? The one that The Rock plays and... Oh, no, Samuel... Is it Samuel Jackson
Hold on.
in The Rock? Are you pulling up the clip?
No.
Oh.
Yo, I don't like you. I think you're a fake cop. The sound of your piss hitting the urinal, it sounds feminine. If you were in the wild, I would attack you. Even if you weren't in my food chain, I would go out of my way to attack you. If I were a lion and you were a tuna, I would swim out in the middle of the ocean and freaking eat you. And then I'd bang your tuna girlfriend.
That's what Mark Wahlberg says. And then to Will Ferrell's character. And then Will Ferrell goes, okay, first off, he takes his glass. He goes, okay, first off, a lion swimming in the ocean? Lions don't like water. If you place it near a river of some sort, or some sort of fresh water source, that makes sense. But you find yourself in the ocean,
20-foot wave. I'm assuming off the coast of South Africa, coming up against a full-grown 800-pound tuna with his 20 or 30 friends. You lose that battle. You lose that battle 9 times out of 10. And guess what? I just remembered what the next one is. And guess what? You've wandered into our school of tuna, and now we have a taste of lion. We've talked to ourselves. We've communicated and said, you know what? Lion tastes good. Let's go get some more lion. We've developed a system to...
Are you alright?
I forgot this part happens, and it's fucking hilarious. We've developed a system to establish a beachhead and aggressively hunt you and your family. And we will corner your pride, your children, your offspring. Oh yeah, how you gonna do that? Says Mark Wahlberg. He says, we will construct a series of breathing apparatuses with kelp. We'll be able to trap certain amounts of oxygen. It's not gonna be days at a time. An hour 45, no problem. That will give us enough time to figure out where you live, go back to the sea, get some more oxygen, and stalk you. You just lost at your own game. You're outgunned and outmanned. And there's a pause. He says, he puts his glasses on and goes back on his computer. He's typing. He says, "Did that go the way you thought it was? Did that go the way you thought it was going to go?" Nope. And then the camera backs up and looks at both of them. And Terry's just looking at him and pours his coffee on him and walks away. And he's like, ah! And he's like freaking out. It's the greatest scene. I'm not going to play the clip because of what you said about the thing on Twitch. But it's so funny.
But we describe it in great detail.
We will construct a breathing effort. Yeah. A bunch of homeless guys had sex in there. Oh my god, bro, yes. His Prius, they have to leave his Prius out in the street. And then the cop's talking about it. He says, yeah, it sounds like a bunch of homeless guys had sex in there. Yeah, they call that a soup kitchen. So good. Will Ferrell, he's in that NASCAR racing documentary.
Oh,
it's not a documentary, but yeah, Talladega Nights.
That's totally a documentary.
Doesn't need to be long. Okay, he's reading it with me. I can quote most Will Ferrell movies with you, Chris, anytime. It's my favorite pastime. Are you Dirty Mike and the boys? We will have sex in your car. That is going to happen. Bro, it's so funny.
Don't they write something on the back of his car? They're like, thanks, Dirty Mike and the boys.
Yep. There's just like a letter, I think.
Yeah.
He's like, it sounds like a dog and a cat both had a litter in here at the same time. We found shit and semen. Bro, it's so funny. It's such a funny movie. Oh, dude, I could quote Will Ferrell movies.
Quote some Talladega Nights.
So, hi, my name's Ricky Bobby. If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you. That is the best quote from that movie. Fuck you if you think otherwise. Hold on, now I'm Talladega.
If you're not
Nights
first, you're last.
Talladega.
He's right though.
Quotes. He's right. Talladega Nights quotes. Ricky Bobby. No one lives forever. No one. But with advances in modern science and my high-level income, it's not crazy to think I can live to be 245, maybe 300. Heck, I just read in the newspaper that they put a pig heart in some guy from Russia. You know what that means? No, I don't know what it means. I guess longer life. No, he didn't live. It's just exciting that they're trying shit like that.
That sounds like you talking about like current events on the podcast.
Ricky Bobby. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Jewish God. Help me, Allah. Help me, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, use your witchcraft on me to get the fire off me. Dear 8 pounds, 6 ounces newborn infant Jesus. Don't even know a word yet. Dear Lord, baby Jesus, lying there in your ghost manger, just looking at your baby Einstein developmental videos, learning about shapes and colors. I'd like to thank you for bringing me and my mama together. And also that my kids no longer sound like retarded gangbangers. This movie's fucking amazing, bro. You sick sons of bitches. I mean, you walk in that door on your 2 legs, all fat and cocky, looking at me in my chair, and you tell me it's all in my head. I hope you both have sons, handsome, beautiful, articulate sons who are talented and star athletes, and they have their legs taken away. I mean, I pray you know that pain and that hurt. Lucius Washington. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on us. You are not paralyzed.
He stabbed himself in the leg being like,
Something
I'm
like
not
that.
paralyzed. How come I can't feel this? He's like, ah!
You get what's so funny about it? At first glance, you're like, FBI, and then, oh. It's from the other guys. He gives Terry a mug with FBI, and it says female body inspectors. And he's like, do you get what's so funny about it, though? At first glance, you're like, FBI. Then second glance, you're like, female body inspector? This is outrageous. He plays like the straight man character in that movie, which is ridiculous.
Dylan said, there's a cougar in the car. Yeah, there's a cougar in the car. I put it there. That's what he's training him how to race.
Oh my god, we gotta stop. It's only getting worse. He's a pretty eccentric NASCAR driver. I don't follow the sport, but he must make headlines like crazy with talk like that. I saw him in the documentary. It's not a documentary.
It's a documentary.
He had some large sticker on his windshield during the race. So dangerous. How did they allow that?
I like the French guy in
don't
that.
do that. Oh my god, he's the best. What's his name? It's
Le something. Right there, you just passed it. It's L something.
Huh?
Isn't it?
I don't see it yet. Hold on. Jean Gerard. I will let you go, Ricky Bobby. But first, I want you to say, I love crepes. Don't say it, Ricky. These colors don't run. I'm not going to say it. Good. Hey, look, Frenchie, I thought about it. So why don't you go ahead and break my arm? I do not want to break your arm, Monsieur Bobby. But I am a man of my word. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. He's not going to break it because I'm going to slip out of it right now. Houdini! He tries unsuccessfully to get free. Whoa, get down, you little pancake. Imagine someone calling you a little pancake while they got you in an arm bar. Someone might as well get me a beer while I'm down here. But you have forced me to do this. You are now mocking me and making me look ridiculous. Just say I love crepes. You know, just to put this in there, I had a whole mess of crepes this morning. They're just like pancakes, maybe even a little better, Ricky. Wait, are they like really thin pancakes? Yeah. Yes, they are. They are really thin pancakes. It's just a French word for them. Oh my God, I love those. Yeah, Ricky, put any syrups you want on them. Just say and think about it, Ricky. They come with like cheese sometimes, right? Yes, of course. A fromage crepe. Ricky, well, why didn't someone yell that right away? John, do you know what's in a crepe Suzette? Oh, I love crepe Suzette. With the sugar and lemon juice? Yeah, the sugar and lemon juice, sure. Grand Mariniere. I wish I could crawl into one of those right now. I'd just eat my way out from the inside. Bro. It's such a good movie, bro. Hey, Jamie, losing's never fun. There's a little something to keep your spirits up. It's real nice. I got it at Target. It was on sale. Gives him the finger. That was on sale. How was school today, boys? I threw a bunch of Grandpa Chips war medals off a bridge. Sounds like a good day. How about you, TR? His name is Texas Ranger. The teacher asked me what the capital of North Carolina was. I said Washington, D.C. Bingo. Nice. She said, no, you're wrong. I said, you got a lumpy butt. She got mad at me and yelled at me, and I pissed in my pants, and I never did change my pee pants all day. I'm still sitting in my dirty pee pants right now. I went to bed till I was 19. There's no shame in that. Oh my God, bro. I forgot how many unbelievable lines there are in this movie.
You were making references. I no longer understand. It's been good talking though. I'm going to get off now. Take it easy. See you later, Sasquatch.
It's good to meet you, Sasquatch. Hope to see you again.
Yeah, hope you
you
come
had
back.
a good time. I didn't know. Okay, Jean Gerard, really thin pancakes. This is my husband, Gregory. Didn't Andy Richter play his husband from Conan? I think it was Andy Richter. Conan's like sidekick character guy in the show.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it's Andy Richter.
Hold on.
Could you imagine where you'd be if your career if you hadn't shot Jeter? Oh yeah, he beats up on the other guys like a bunch of motorcycle like badass like hitman people come up and he just fucks up all of them. And then, like, after he he literally throws a helmet, like, 80 feet and, like, just fucking beams the guy off the thing. And then Will Ferrell goes, oh my god, could you imagine where you'd be in your career right now if you hadn't shot Jeter? Because, like, Terry's, like, legit a badass. Like, he's a fucking legend. Like, he's, like, awesome. I'm done. This is a dangerous game. Yes, we need to, let's relax. No, stop. Ha!
Well,
Let's
let's
restart.
you're right. It is, what's his name?
Andy Richter, yeah.
But
Let's relax.
he's got like a goatee.
Yeah. Let's relax on the quotes.
Yeah. We've gone down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, and I'm like losing breath from reading them all. Like I'm having way too much fun.
I thought that's what he meant when like he said we're gonna get a respirator for you.
Yeah, I gotta like, bro, I'm losing it. You're making references I no longer understand. It's been good talking. Good night, Terry. Yeah, whatever, Alan. Go inside. Good night, Sheila. Stop, Dilton. I mean it. I'll go nuts. Fuck, I want to read the sex scene now.
Which
From the other guys.
Yeah.
I'll just read the quotes. Quotes. Alan and Sheila. This is the last thing I'm reading, and then I am stopping. That is happening. So, he's afraid people are watching the house. So he has Sheila's grandmother walk outside across the street into the woods to talk to Alan and like have a message back and forth. And it's like a sex message. And he goes, hello, Alan. This is the grandmother. And Alan goes, hello, Mama Ramos. What are you doing out here? Sheila says she doesn't know what happened, but she wants you back. Alan says, oh, really? She also says she wants you on top of her, holding her hair and riding her like a bucking bronco while she sucks your thumb and says, Mommy likey. Alan says, oh, you tell your daughter. And then it cuts to the inside. You tell your daughter. He says he'll always love you, and he's so happy that you're having his child. Sheila goes, oh, Alan. He also says that he wants you to stare into each other's eyes without blinking while you do it. Oh, I love it when we do that, Mom. And then afterward, lick the sweat off of each other. I don't want to do this. You say things that are too personal. Dr. Sheila. Okay, but just one more thing. Mama Ramos, out on the street. She says she loves you and wants you to hold her hand and have iced tea with you. Come on, that's not all she said. No. She says other things. But I don't want... Please. You don't realize. I may be killed tomorrow. Okay. She says she wants to unplug all the clocks and the phones and have a 3-day sex marathon. That's more like it, yeah. She wants to walk wrong for a week because you did it so hard. That's just lovely. No more. He says things I can't say. It involves a mannequin hand and an electric shaver taped to a golf club. Alan says, I think my line is being tapped. Do you remember where we did it on Halloween 3 years ago? Yeah, meet me there. It's like they were on the phone. Oh, bro, it's so funny. Such a good... okay, we have to stop.
Okay.
Holy hell... Is it over? It's over.
It's over.
I'm like, I need you to talk for a second. I'm like actually
we gotta
like
take your
headed
keyboard
from
away.
not breathing.
Well, let's see what we got in the old notes and shit, and see if we got
Okay,
any
look
cool
at
topics.
the notes.
Let's see. Here we go. Oh, we never talked about lazy journalism depressing people. We teased that one. No? Okay. I don't want to talk about the dream making as prodigies thing.
Why not?
I don't know. It seems boring.
It's not. It's awesome.
Nah, it's boring to me.
You don't know what it's about. I'm
going
gonna talk about the dreams making as prodigies. That's what's happening next. So I was talking with a
Can we
friend
talk
of mine
about
the other day.
Can we talk about Flint's like synopsis of the last episode?
No.
The
Why would we
voice
do
of
that?
women?
That's a whole episode
Talk-
we
Talk
already
a lot
discussed.
about assholes and Twitter
No,
stuff.
no. I'm gonna discuss the dreams.
No, you don't want to talk
making
about
us
the
prodigies.
journalism thing, and I want to talk about.
Well, I
that.
want to, but I want to talk about that on a different podcast.
Why not this one?
This has been a very laid-back, fun podcast, and I don't want to end it on fucking politics.
Okay. God.
I was talking to Mike about how Albert Einstein he didn't sleep a lot. He slept like 4 hours a day or something. Or no, Albert Einstein slept a lot, but someone else like Nikola Tesla or somebody slept like 4 hours a day.
Stephen Hawking.
No. I don't think him. I think he had to sleep a lot because of his health. But the idea was that sleep is very important, but some people don't. But either way, a lot of smart people dreamed a lot and had a lot of their breakthroughs in their dreams, where they would wake up and be like, "Holy shit," and write everything down, you know. And I think that the reason for that, I think that the reason you have like these prodigy people like Albert Einstein and, you know, the smart intellectual people that we know, and why dreaming is so linked to the reason that a lot of their, not all of them, but why dreaming to a lot of them is very influential in how they get the work done, is because, like, what is your brain, right? Your brain is your hard drive. Like if you see something, that image is somewhere in your brain forever. You know, it's just like, that's where deja vu comes from. It's like sometimes you just remember a fucking moment and like you replicate it, you know. Like if I sit here, I have a lot of deja vu moments here at my desk because a lot of the time, like I'll go 2 or 3 days without moving shit and then boom, it's like, whoa, I remember this because it happened. But I think that with prodigies, you know, I broke this down to Micah certain. Okay, think of it this way. Like, you know how you're always trying to like learn more, you know, you're always constantly you're trying to better yourself, or at least most people are. Like, and with like intellectual people or super smart people, like who, you know, work on fucking theoretical physics or whatever, at every given moment they already know everything that they've ever learned, technically, like because their brain has taken all that in, right? Mm-hmm. Like all they're searching for is the link that they haven't seen yet or that they can't really remember. So what I think happens is, I think the reason their breakthroughs happen is, especially with like math, like people who are like prodigies when it comes to math, like Albert Einstein or all these other people, is that you see all the numbers in front of you. You know, you see all the equations, you see all the algorithms, you have all the like famous ones and all these different numbers, and you just can't make sense of it when it's out in front of you in this giant board, right? I think that what your brain does when you sleep, and why so many of them have these breakthroughs, is that your brain is sifting through all the bullshit, and instead of thinking about what you're going to eat for lunch later, or, you know, the fact that you have to be somewhere at 8, or the fact that the newspaper is going to come in 20 minutes, or that someone's going to be there in an hour, or that you have to get home to the wife and kids, or blah, 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 blah. Your brain prioritizes what you think is important. And to these guys, the math is what was important, right? Mm-hmm. So when they're asleep and they're dreaming, their subconscious is like, okay, I need to get all this shit and try and make sense of it for him while he's, you know, recharging. And then that's what dreams are. I think that our dreams are what we think are important in that moment. I think that, for the most part, not every dream. You know, sometimes you just have like a fucking sex dream, and that's probably what a lot of people are finding important in that moment. But like sometimes, like me, I fly a lot in my dreams. Like if I'm not having like if I lucid dream, I'm either having sex with like famous people, or I'm flying. I'm like flying, literally just like flapping my arms and flying in the air, and it's like the most freeing, amazing, you know, like weird experience. It's like awesome. But one of my favorite things that happens in my dreams is I'll come up with hilarious jokes. Like my favorite jokes I've ever written have been like, or at least the premises, not like the joke itself, have been me having a dream about it and my brain going, hey bro, this is going to be good. And I was like, oh shit, he was right. Crazy silent me in my head was right. But I think that that's how a lot of people, like I bet that like Mozart or like Bach or all these guys that like had these unbelievable pieces of music, they probably heard it in their head sleeping and then woke up and were like, fuck, and like just like jotting it all down. And like I gotta think that people, these like genius people, at least some of them, like a lot of shit clicks in. Because like how many times have you had a dream and you were like, man, I hope I remember that later?
I do that with stories a lot.
Exactly.
Like writing stories.
Bro, I've had so many dreams where I thought this could be a movie or a show. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Bro, I had a dream one time where all I can remember was there was a tiger that was like a person. It was like a person tiger. Like,
Tony the Tiger.
No, like more like Tigress from Kung Fu Panda.
Okay.
And Will Smith was there. And him and the tiger were trying to shoot each other.
Oh.
and I remember
this was gonna be a Prince of Bel-Air like reboot.
Nah, like in my head, it was way cooler than like when you say that. You know what I mean? But like I've had like fucking in my head like 16-hour like
there was a
fucking
whole
stories.
backstory for
yeah,
the
like
tiger.
a giant like I've lived fucking whole lives in a dream before. You know what I mean? Like I've lived a whole fucking year in a dream. Like, it's crazy how much you can dream.
Getting by like the bare skin of your teeth.
Like, the best way to get REM sleep is, like, fucking black out curtains, cut off the TV, and just fucking go to sleep. I mean, put on a weighted blanket, put on the air conditioner, sleep facing up, and just knock out and fucking dream.
when I'm like tired enough to just kind of like lean back and go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like sitting up.
I feel like these claims are wholly inaccurate about the dreaming.
You
The
never know.
ramblings of a madman. He's still on his dopamine high of reading Will Ferrell quotes. He's delirious. Yeah.
You know what I feel like makes me sleep really good too? This might be weird. I don't know if there's ever been any scientific study
Bad
on
Boys.
this.
Now with a tiger. What?
But like, I don't know if there's ever been like any scientific study on this. But sometimes, like, you know where I sleep? I'm on a rollaway bed in my grandma's living room.
Yeah. You need one of those.
What?
One of those.
A mattress?
That, like a Tempur-Pedic. Like a nice, like a
I mean,
good-
this is a Tempur-Pedic on a rollaway mattress. Like, it's memory foam. It's really nice.
The memory foam is not
Or
it's just
not
a
memory
difference.
foam, but like whatever.
I
It's
understand-
something
I
that's like
understand. It's
that.
nice, but it's not like it's not that.
I guess I don't know.
I mean,
I haven't compared.
that
But
thing-
anyways, my point
Yeah.
is, like, so
Was it-
sometimes I have to get up and like move my bed into my grandma's room, and like go to sleep in there, and so what she has on in there is like this old, or it's a radio that's like got AM. It's AM radio. She's listening to like talk radio, but a lot of it sounds really staticky. So I'll just turn it down and like have the static playing and like turn off the light and like close the shutters and everything and just go to sleep. And like when I sleep in there, like I mean I sleep, and I don't know if it's like
Yeah,
the
it's like-
static is like fucking like
It helps.
Yeah.
That's why like white noise is like a. It's like they use white noise for a lot of babies
oh, really?
to help them sleep. Yeah, like white like just like
I sleep like so.
that helps.
good.
Like rain. That's why rain. When you sleep and it's raining, that's why like that helps. It helps to sleep in the rain, or not in the rain, but you know when it's raining.
Kristen said it's a race car bed.
Exactly. Hold up, Creighton's bed is on wheels.
I would love to have a race car
I know
bed.
you
That shit
would.
would be
I know you
cool as fuck. You know how cool it'd be to
Fuck.
drive?
It will be cool as fuck.
Yeah, you could drive your bed.
Fuck me.
I would drive.
Remember that in Golden?
Is
It's
it
like-
what?
The twin Asian girls who Austin Powers talking to, and they're like, their names are Fook You and Fook Me, and they're like, he's like, Fook me, and she's like, no, Fook you. It's so funny. Like they're trying to tell him their names, and like he's not getting it. There's so many great. When he goes to see Mr. Roboto, he's
Yeah.
like, "Terma origato, Mr. Roboto." He's like so happy to say it. Such
you,
I can quote that movie, but we're not going to. I
So-
can read half that movie without even looking at the
So
quotes.
when we're
I
talking,
know I'm memorizing.
as far as like movie stars that you dream about having sex with,
Okay.
do you like ever dream about Betty White?
No, you fucking. What the fuck is wrong with you? I hate you. I'm smiling. I'm being nice because I don't want to be mad or angry on camera. But fuck you, bro. I hate when you say shit like that. I'd be nice. I'm nice to you because like we do this fucking podcast and shit. But Jesus, you fucking degenerate. Disgusting,
Well, you never had
smelly fuck.
You never had any wet dreams about the Golden
Kimberly,
Girls?
Fuck Creighton. Fuck you. Fuck you, Creighton. I hate him. He's the worst.
Dylan said, "What did he say?" I missed.
No,
No, go ahead, tell him. So
you say it. You
briefly,
fucking
Charlie
degenerate.
mentioned about him like.
Hold on, wait. I just heard what I said, Kimberly. I didn't mean what I said. The way it. No, I meant like I hate him. You suck. Like fuck you, Creighton. Not the way it sounded. I'm sorry. That. Anyway, go ahead.
I would. He had briefly mentioned.
I love you, Kimberly.
that when he's dreaming, he's either flying
that.
or like
The way I
boning
said it.
celebrities. And it said, "Has he ever had a dream about boning Betty White?" To which it made Charlie really upset.
Did it?
How's that search on the new co-host going, Trey?
Dude, any day I'm moving in with Matt at this point.
You wouldn't replace me.
Yes, I fucking would.
No, you wouldn't.
With Matt.
You'd miss me.
With Matt or Nathan.
Matt wouldn't take me. I don't know Nathan.
What?
Matt wouldn't replace me. He likes me.
Not if you.
Me and Matt
Disappeared.
would like start our own
You
rivalry.
can't replace. I know. The best troll is when someone told CNN that the captions the captains of the plane that crashed were Sum Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Li Fook, and Bang Ding Ao. I remember that. It was amazing. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh my god,
That's
it's amazing. And it works. She reads it exactly like that.
Ting Wong, Wu Ti Lo, Hui Tu Lo.
It's so funny. Bang Ding Ao. It's so funny.
Wait, so what plane is that?
I don't know. It was a plane that crashed. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. News.
He's our special friend. That's what Flint said. It says Flint, the fucking one who can't spell. This shit cracked me up.
Oh, it is. Headphones. Are they on?
Yeah, it's on.
Coroner is still trying to determine the cause of death and whether she was
Oh,
already
no,
dead
someone
when the shot
died.
hit her. We have new information now also on the plane crash. KTVU has just learned the names of the 4 pilots who were on board the flight. They are Captain Sum Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Li Fook, and Bang Ding Ao. The NTSB has confirmed these are the names of the pilots on board Flight 214 when it
Oh.
They confirmed that, did they?
Oh.
Shit's hilarious. It's horrible. But it's hilarious.
Oh, God.
Pretty rough.
And the worst part is, you can really hear it. Like, you can tell she's not hearing it because she's not thinking in that mindset.
Flint, yes, to the DM. I correct myself? I just
Oof,
typed fast.
oof, man.
Bro, that was... Sometimes you just forget some little gold nuggets of the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have got Mike
Like,
to...
news bloopers are so fucking funny. Like, because it's... Like, especially the one where he's like, Mike's off tonight. He was set on fire while celebrating his birthday. Or, you know what I'm talking about?
Remember the 911 call with the jacket on Woody Wilkins?
Oh, yeah.
That one. I always loved that one.
911 calls, news report fuck-ups, and whenever they interview somebody that's just, like, got no fucking idea what they're talking about, like, is always, like, the best.
It really is.
Just people fucking up in general. I mean, hell, like, America's Funniest Home Videos is pretty much...
It's on Disney Plus
yeah,
now.
I saw. You remember when Cartoon Network had their version of that? Like, America's Funniest Home Videos? And it was, like, the kid from That's So Raven.
I don't.
Yeah, it was a very, very brief period where they were doing, like, a bunch of reality shows, like Hole in the Wall, that show, and Destroy, Build, Destroy. Very weird reality part of Cartoon Network's history. Copenhagen said, "Oh fuck yeah."
You guys are getting dirty in our chat. You know what? On that dirty note that I'm not going to read out loud at the end of the stream, I say we go ahead and wrap this one up.
Wrap it before you tap it.
So there is a chance, it's not definitive yet, but there's a chance that we'll be going live sometime in the morning / beginning of the afternoon tomorrow. But you know, it's not definitive, yes or no. We will figure that out later. I'm not gonna rate anybody because it's been a pretty small like stream in terms of like there hasn't been a ton of people in here the whole night. But I am going to play us out.
Ooh, with the anime intro?
No.
Ah.
For fucking once, can we raid a big titty white woman? You missed it. We did that yesterday.
Yeah,
well,
we did it
a
yesterday,
white
too.
woman. Like you can't really.
You can't
tell.
really see her titties.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they were there.
I mean, that's one way to word it. But night, everyone, motherfuckers. I'm not gonna rate anybody tonight. Well, we even said it. We were like, "Damn, Copenhagen's not here for this."
Yeah.
But
But you can catch it on the YouTube.
wait. Okay, wait. I remember what I wanted to do. I'll do this.
What did you want to do?
Nothing.
And are you doing it?
I'm about to.
Am I doing it?
No, you're not.
Oh.
Let me do this, and let me do this. Wait, what about YouTube?
I was saying Copenhagen could like catch. He wouldn't be able to see the lady, but
He
he
would
would
not.
see us talking out. Good night, Charlie. Great. Good night, Flint. Flint's been a pretty great mod lately.
Yes, he has. Okay, listen. I love all of you.
I
A whole
did the
bunch.
YouTube command. Thank you, Flint.
This has been a good stream. You guys have a good day, good night, and we will maybe see you in the morning. If not, see you Monday or sometime this weekend. We'll tweet it out.
Love you all.
Love you all.